Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Caroline Klein, Chief Communications Officer for the Utah Jazz. Thank you so much for coming out today. Today is the opening of the NBA season for the Utah Jazz, but it's not just any season. It is our 50th season and the season when we get to officially welcome Delta Center back to Salt Lake City thanks to a renewed partnership between the Utah Jazz and Delta Airlines. In just a few minutes, you'll hear more about this iconic arena behind me, our company's shared commitment to the community, and the impact that this partnership will have both on the future of the Utah Jazz and on Delta as they continue their investment in the market. Before we get into official remarks, please allow me to introduce a few of our special guests here with us today. A group of leaders from Delta who are instrumental in the company's involvement within the Salt Lake community, where nearly 5,000 Delta employees live, work, and serve. Please welcome Tim Mapes, Alicia Tillman, and many other members of Delta's leadership team. The Executive Vice President of Octagon Worldwide, who has been critical at every stage of this journey, please welcome Woody Thompson. A fifth-generation Utahn and the Mayor of Salt Lake County, please welcome Jenny Wilson. Elected as the 36th Mayor of Salt Lake City and serving in office since 2020, please welcome Aaron Mendenhall. A lifelong Utahn and President of the Utah State Senate, please welcome Stuart Adams. And we also want to welcome members of the Utah Jazz. We have one of our owners, Dwayne Wade, here with us today, Utah Jazz President Jim Olson, our head coach, Will Hardy, General Manager Justin Zanuck, along with other members of our leadership team, including Chris Barney, John Larson, Sam Harkness, and Andrea Williams. Now we're gonna welcome our host to the stage. Come on up here. First, it's my honor to introduce Ryan and Ashley Smith, owners of the Utah Jazz and Smith Entertainment Group. Ryan and Ashley have a deep commitment and tremendous passion for the state of Utah, which has shown brighter than ever before in the past year. Next, allow me to please introduce Ed Bastian. Ed is a 25-year veteran of Delta Airlines and currently serves as its CEO. He leads a team of 90,000 global professionals and has helped Delta become the world's most awarded airline, which deserves another round of applause. Without further ado, let's hear directly from these incredible leaders. And Ashley, I'm going to ask you to start us off.
We are so excited to be here today. What a cool milestone to be here at the Delta Center with Delta, which just feels like the heart and soul of Utah. And I know we've been anticipating this for a long time, along with all of our fans and the organization, and it's just a really cool day. The Jazz organization's been working so hard to prepare for this, and I think it's so exciting as we get to combine forces with this superpower that has our same values, and we get to join with the incredible brand of Delta, who is equally as community as obsessed as we are, and also is passionate about their love of basketball and their love of community, and it just couldn't be a more phenomenal day to celebrate. So thank you to Delta for coming and for coming back to this adventure with us.
Thanks, Ash. Thanks, Caroline. First of all, I just want to thank all of those who have helped: Tim, Alicia, team, Chris Barney, Jim Olson. This does not happen without all of you, and it also doesn't happen without, first and foremost, understanding what it means to be a Jazz fan. And sometimes that makes work very, very hard, but it's worth it in moments like this. So I want everyone just to take in this moment, because the Delta Center's back because of you all. And that's something you'll be able to have your entire career. So take a moment and really think about that. For me as a fan and as a kid, like, it's funny we're out here because I remember trying to scalp tickets in 1996 on that corner right there. and try to get in this game and this arena. And I don't know if I ever got a ticket in, but I got in, and it is what it is. It's the truth. And to be in this spot and to be able to have a chance, I know what it means to be a Jazz fan. I've been that my entire life. And to do this with Ash and our group and Dwayne, and it's really special. But this doesn't happen without Ed Bastian and being the CEO and the man that he is. And I won't get into too much detail, but he had a chance to come back and do something in a community that he probably doesn't need more market share in, and a community that he already has. And in business, these types of moves are what make CEOs good to great to legendary. And to be able to partner with Delta, it's so much more than the name on this building. It is so much more. They are the gateway to our community when you land in Salt Lake City. They are the #1 sponsor and one of the top sponsors for the Olympics. Everything that this partnership does will be an activation of these brands coming together like you have never seen in the state of Utah. And they are Utah. And what Ed and his leadership has done and your team for this state, we are all forever grateful. And it's just the beginning. And so I'm so excited. Ed, what was a conversation to a bunch of dreams, to a crazy idea, to reality. This is why we go to work every day, man. So appreciate you. Love you, brother.
Well, thank you, Ryan. This is a dream. This is a dream. It's not just your dream. It's the dream, I think, of everyone assembled here, because we all own a part of this. And I first and foremost obviously want to thank Ashley and Ryan for trusting us and getting us back, because some people could hold grudges, who knows, and say, nah, you guys gave it up. But now they said it's the right thing to do. We got to figure it. It took us 2 long years to figure out how to do it, because it was obviously with Vivint, there was a middle of a long-term deal, but and I do appreciate the people from Vivint too for stepping aside and allowing us to close this chapter and start a new chapter with Delta as the Delta Center. But one of the things that I'm most excited about is the fact that all of you and all the fans in the community here are truly the reason we're back, because I also have a home in Park City in Utah, and it would just pain me to hear our center being called a different name, right? And we had to give it up, and you all have heard the story. We were in bankruptcy, and it was a tough time, and we had to make changes, and I was the person on the decision line that had to do all of that. But when we kept listening to our community here call it the Delta Center, even though it wasn't, that's why we're here. That's what I had to reach closure on, myself and our company, on behalf of our 5,000 employees. This doesn't happen anywhere. This has never happened before anywhere, and it's not going to happen anywhere else than right here in Salt Lake and in Utah. So I want to thank all of you for encouraging us and continuing not to let the Delta Center die. You kept that spirit alive. And the other thing that's made it even more symbolic to us, we don't have our name on any other arena anywhere. We're the largest airline, but we like to own the inside of the arenas, not the outside of the arenas. And certainly here in Utah, we do have great customers and a great fan base for Delta, so we certainly didn't need anyone to understand Delta through this. But this is so important to all of us here that we decided this is going to be the arena that is called the Delta Center, because it's right, and it was the right thing to do. I want to thank the elected officials here. You guys are great. You support us. We do amazing things in the community together. That airport is incredible. Mayor, thank you for your great continued stewardship. Next week, Halloween, we open the other wing of the airport. So why we picked Halloween, I don't know, but I guess people don't travel a lot, candidly, on Halloween, so they stay home with the kids. So that's probably why the night was selected. So those long walks we hear about will be reduced. So that we look forward to getting the other wing open and then finishing the tunnel and getting over to the B concourse. And I know Stuart's already trying to figure out how we get a C concourse over there. And yeah, exactly. Let's get B done first, okay? But you know, this is our western hub, you know, western half of the country. This is our biggest hub, our biggest base, and it's also the fastest growing base in Delta System because of the strength and the business community here is really thriving, and the policies and the practices you put in place to make this a great place to live as well as to work as well as to invest makes that all possible. It doesn't happen without your leadership, so I want to thank both of you and the council and everyone that's here. I also want to thank the 5,000 Delta employees. We have 5,000 in this community, many of whom we have here. We got your home back, and you'll be able to use it now anytime you want. Just call Ryan or Ashley and tell them Ed said it's okay. And you won't have to be scalping tickets like Ryan did out in the street. You just call. I'll publish his number. You can call. But it is a thrill. It's an exciting day, and it's something that I am personally very, very proud of, to be here with you and to get this thing going. So go Jazz, go Delta, go Salt Lake.
Thanks, Ed, Ryan, and Ashley. I think I speak on behalf of all of us when we're so excited today, but also for what's coming ahead. We're now going to do a ceremonial ribbon cutting, so we're going to ask some of our special guests to come up on stage. That concludes today's program. Thank you everyone so much for coming out and celebrating our 50th season kickoff with us and the return of the Delta Center. To our Delta guests, we invite you to join us inside the atrium of the arena for a reception. To all of our Jazz staff who came out, thank you so much for your support today. We'll let you get back to it and look forward to seeing most of you tonight. Thank you.
You know what,